Hello, everyone. I'm Liz.
And I'm Lexi.
Welcome to 60 with a Splash of Splendor. Today's show will be a little different from our previous formatted shows. The topic is still sex after 60, but we are concentrating on one particular unpleasantness that a friend of Lexi's experienced and shared with her. Her friend hopes that by sharing her experience with us, she will help others, women in our community, avoid her mistakes. Lexi, tell us a little bit about your friend.
I will be happy to. And again, I want to thank my friend. We'll call her Kay.
Okay.
I told my friend Kay, and she's a woman that's in our age group. Mm-hmm. And I was telling her about 60 and with the Splash of Splendor project that we were working on. And she said the show that we're doing about sex after 60 was particularly close to her situation. So she wanted to share her story, hoping that it would help any number of us, any number of you wonderful ladies out there. Kay was married for 26 years. She's been widowed for 5, and she said she had not had sex for the last 7. Now, part of that, of course, was due to her husband's illness. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But based on the experience that she had after that is what is important to this discussion. Yes. Kay had devoted her life to her husband once she found out that he was ill. But she wanted then to start her life again, as she knew that he would want her to do. So she wanted to start dating. And fortunately for her, she met somebody. She met somebody that she felt like she wanted to get to know better, as we would all do. Mm-hmm. Kay was looking for a physical connection. She was looking for friendship. She was looking for intimacy.
Right.
Is actually what she was looking for.
Understandably, yes.
She had several dates with this gentleman, and they communicated. They communicated for several months online. So after several dates and communicating online for a period of time, she felt like she knew this man well enough to comfortably engage in sex. She wanted to have a physical relationship. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, first time, Kay said she felt very nervous. She was extremely nervous, as this would be like her first time to have sex because Absolutely. It had been such a long time. So I think you can probably remember the first time that you had sex, a nervous teenager kind of person.
Yes.
So she was very nervous. All of those same kind of feelings came back to her. But she was very nervous. She said she felt overwhelmed with a variety of emotions. Mm-hmm. So just think about that a second, how you might feel if you were in the same position. Kay was looking for intimacy. She was looking for intimacy and a physical connection that she falsely thought she was ready for.
Oh, interesting.
That may have been the key right there. What happened turned into a very traumatic experience because it was very painful. She was not physically or psychologically ready for this to happen. Kay said because of the pain and discomfort, she became disengaged. And of course, her partner picked up on that. He realized that something was wrong. He realized that she was uncomfortable, and he stopped, which turned out to be a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Approximately 2 weeks later, Kay was with this same man again. And after briefly discussing what had happened with the first sexual encounter, they decided to have sex again, hoping for better success this time. Unfortunately, this attempt was no more successful than the first time. Sadly enough, what neither of them realized, Liz, is that there was a lot of physical damage. Kay suffered a great deal of physical damage.
Really?
Unbeknownst to her at the time. Mm-hmm. So after several days of pain and discomfort, Kay went to her doctor. Her diagnosis was inflammation, bruising, and abrasions of her vulva.
Wow.
Pretty serious.
That is.
Now, I have to say this, and Kay underscored this as well. This was not an act of violence, but it was a situation in which she was very unprepared to have sex after a long period of abstinence. And that's the whole point of this story, I think in our opinion and in Kay's opinion.
Yes.
If you have been abstinent for any period of time, regardless of your age, and you want to become sexually active again, talk to your doctor. Let your doctor explain. And your doctor knows all about you. He's seen you naked. He knows your body. He knows everything about you. So there's no reason you can't talk to him about sex.
Right.
It's just a normal function. So let your doctor explain, as he did to Kay, how to use lubrication, how to use condoms, what to use, how to relax, and by all means, communicate candidly with your partner. Kay's doing well. She shared one piece of advice that her doctor gave her, and it's probably apropos for women of our age group. And I thought it was very interesting. Her doctor said to her, at this stage of your life, don't look for Prince Charming, look for a companion.
Very good advice.
Yes, I think so too.
That was awesome of Kay to be willing to share this with us. Thank you. Thank her so much for me. Now, is she still dating or seeing this man?
Yes, they did not see each other for a while. Mm-hmm. They sort of lost communication, but they have reconnected. But they're, I think, reestablishing their relationship, trying to get to know each other better and to communicate better. Mm-hmm. And she said, we're just taking it one day at a time.
Okay, very
And I
good.
think that's probably the best thing she could do.
If she's willing, just tell her we'd love to hear any updates that she wants to share with us. And most importantly, we want to hear a happy ending to her story.
Thank you. I will tell her that.
Thank you.
I'm sure that I'm sure she'll want to do that too.
Great.
Because it helps everybody. It helps us
absolutely.
also. Yes,
I'm
I will
sure
share
there's
that with her.
a number of women. And I bet there's some listeners or viewers who also have had experiences like this. And if you're willing to, please email your experiences and even solutions or advice, and we'll try to share them with our audience.
Yes,
Okay,
I think that's very good.
Yes. So you have some articles to share with us
I do
about this subject?
I do have, yes. It was kind of interesting. This is a Mayo Clinic article. And it's from an older woman. The question, or the statement that she made, she says, I'm a 76-year-old woman and haven't had sex in many years. Is it okay to resume sexual activity? And there are a couple of pieces of information that sort of tie in with Kay's situation, which I thought was very interesting. To make sex more comfortable, begin with foreplay. Foreplay helps stimulate natural lubrication. Ensure proper lubrication. And again, as Kay's doctor was telling her, try an over-the-counter lubricant such as Astroglide or KY, lubricating jelly. If sex remains painful, certainly ask your doctor what he can do or what he can prescribe to help the situation. Plus, try various positions, especially if you're just starting out. After a long period of abstinence, it may take time to stretch the vagina so that it can accommodate a penis. Experiment with new positions to find what feels best.
Very good.
Finally, remember that there's more to sex than intercourse. Activities such as talking, touching, and kissing can help promote intimacy and lead to sexual satisfaction.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that great?
Absolutely. Great ending. Absolutely. Well, I have one article I wanted to share with everyone.
Excellent. Let's hear it.
And it's from Prevention Magazine, and it's 10 things no one tells you about sex as you get older.
Oh, I want to hear this.
I may not share all the 10 with you, but I will share a few.
Sure.
Number one is sex is more satisfying when you're older.
I think that's true.
Do you find that true?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. According to a study by the American Journal of Medicine, a whopping 2/3 of women were satisfied with their sex lives, including women as old as 80. Isn't it great?
Yes.
Absolutely
yes.
Great. Pressure to look hot may be messing with your head too. Oh, especially as we age, you know, or the cheeks, the jowls. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are we too thin? We're too fat, too saggy, too whatever.
I'm never worried about being too thin. That must be rough.
It is. Liz, it is. Uh-huh.
Okay. While 50 may seem like the new 30, society expects that women should look younger and younger with every passing birthday, which is so unrealistic. It's ridiculous.
It's very unrealistic.
It just isn't going to happen. The article says just enjoy what your looks and embrace them.
Enjoy who you are
exactly.
And what you are. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Uh-huh. And this is interesting. Years of sex with the same partner boosts happiness. How about that? Yeah. You gotta stop messing around.
I would have thought that boredom might intercede because not that you don't love your partner, but because you've been with them so much. What's new and different about it? I'm interested in that one. Let's hear that one.
Well, apparently the semen is filled with oxytocin and serotonin, two feel-good hormones. Really?
I did not know that.
And that make a beeline for the brain. Multiple studies have shown that women who have been exposed to the same semen on a regular basis actually have lower levels of depression and higher levels of joy and happiness. That's lovely.
That is wonderful.
Yes, and now here's something that addresses, and this is the last one. Actually, this isn't the last one, but this is addressing the problem that Kay had faced in a different way. You can do physical exercises to build up your pelvic floor muscles.
Now, you talking about Kegels or something?
No, this is completely...
Oh,
yes,
these are exercises.
These are actual exercises that you can do at home. And estrogen levels naturally drop as you age. This not only affects your sex drive and vaginal moisture, but it also weakens the tone of your pelvic muscle floors, reducing sexual satisfaction. A yoga teacher who specializes in pelvic floor health, Carly Tracy, says that to build up your pelvic floor muscles, you'll have, if you don't do that, you have a harder time having an orgasm.
Oh,
so
that's interesting.
The stronger the muscles, the easier it is to have a orgasm. Anyway, here's the 4 strengthening exercises for your pelvic floor muscles. There is the bridge.
Now, these you can do at home. You don't have to go to a gym to do these.
No, just do these at home. You can do a bridge, which is like lying your back with your feet bent, or knees bent, feet on the floor.
Your knees bent, feet on the floor.
Hip wide apart. Engage your pelvic floor and lift your hips.
Okay, so you tighten your pelvic area and then you kind of like a thrust. Okay,
hold for 10 seconds and then lower your hips and raise your pelvic floor and do that for 10 reps.
Okay.
Second is wall squats. Just pick a wall and squat down, slide down your back and squat. And do that for 10 seconds each in 10 reps. And then jumping jacks. I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
But while you're jumping, when you jump out, you're flexing your floor and then you release it when you jump back in.
Okay.
And the last is a dead bug crunch, which
I know the dead bug crunch.
Do you know it? I don't. So would you mind demonstrating with us?
Describe it, and I will do it.
So with your legs together,
you're laying on the floor with your knees together.
Engage your pelvic floor as you. Oops, that's the jump. Sorry,
read that one. Okay, I won't jump off the chair. But
back to the dead bug.
That's
crunch.
for the dead bug. Okay. I've done this
Extend
before.
your arms straight forward to the ceiling. Inhale, engage your pelvic floor, and extend your right arm.
So, for example, I have my left leg and right arm moving at the same time.
Yes.
Just picture a little dead bug laying on its back, wiggling all of its little legs, and that is almost what you do, but you do them opposite each other.
Right,
I think
right.
That's
As you're engaging your pelvic floor, you do that 10 times.
Just tighten, be sure, because when we do our exercise routines, our instructors will always say, tighten your core. And so that's essentially what you're doing.
Exactly.
You're tightening your core as tight as you can, and then you're
doing...
And
it's the flexing of the pelvic floor muscles that will actually increase
another
strength.
form of Kegel.
Yes,
I see. Excellent.
Yes,
very good.
There are 2 more articles on this that I wanted to discuss with you that I thought were very interesting
Let's
as well.
hear that.
Quickies may not be as fun as they used to be.
How so?
Well, it's because women our age group, it takes a little longer to arouse.
That's true. Well, that's true. I agree with that.
Yep. But you can still, you gauge that within your framework of, you adjust, I guess, your game plan. I don't know.
Well, a quickie used to be 15 minutes. A quickie now may be half an hour.
Exactly. According to that.
There you go.
Just to fit it in.
Okay, there you go.
And also, you may need your doctor's help.
Which is exactly what Kay had said. Yes.
Exactly. Go see your doctor, especially if you've been away from sexual activity for a while. It's really smart to do that, just to make sure everything's okay, and for the tips and suggestions that you may not have realized you need in order to have a successful union. Okay, so this is it.
This is it.
Friend us on Facebook.
Yes.
And leave your comments and questions at the link below, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Thanks again for watching.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.